He can throw the green flag. Pay attention. There's that white flag. LeTourneau, Van Sprecken, Lego, Christensen all out front. Let's see how this shakes out.
Borrero with a big move off of the start on Austin Magee. Didn't quite pay off for him, though.
Yeah, we talked about that, Zach, how everyone was going to start. If they left that inside open, it really mixed things up. As you see, track officials laid that snow back in the rut. So we'll see how well that packs in, or maybe it just will be sloppy for a little while.
And you can see there going through that water, you can see the standing water going after the tabletop section there and back into the split lanes. It's definitely going to slow everybody down. It's going to throw a new aspect into the race. As you just seen Borrero run up on the backside of the 333 machine with Tom Hilgart.
Yeah, that's just the challenges we have here in Eagle River. A little water, no harm, no foul. Everyone has to bring their car around this beautiful facility. As you watch our leader, LeTourneau, walk his way into that infield, you'll see him crest this tabletop. Still getting decent amount of speed, landing nicely on the downside. Tiptoeing their way into that water hole on that infield. That is the battle between 4th, 5th, and 6th on camera. Now we head back to the front.
LeTourneau down the front chute.
This is going to get interesting, too, the split lanes now. It depends on how bad that inside lane is. Maybe some people just try to run up to the top side.
Absolutely, with that big water hole starting there on the entry of the split lane coming out of the infield. I think that's definitely going to shake up how we enter the split lane, what lane people decide to go with.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot about entry. You really have to set your car up ahead of time to get a good exit, and you really have to pick and choose every lap. You're not just going by those sections. You're trying to program your brain lap after lap. Is that going to be right there? You know, you talk to some of the best drivers in the world, and you're always searching.
You're always watching and watching how the track is changing by the lap. These ruts, that just because it started to form, it is completely different lap to lap.
LeTourneau still out front in that 66. Van Sprecken still in second.
LeTourneau and all these guys, the leaders coming through, getting into the infield. A lot of them have definitely changed their line coming into that left-hander before the tabletop. Some of them trying to split them major ruts. A couple of them just staying with the ruts. A few cars trying to go wide and stay on the outside of the ruts altogether.
Speaking of staying wide, here comes your leader once again, LeTourneau. Mike is doing a wonderful job out front. Green flag still out, this time by. There's another nice look down the front straightaway. As you can see, a lot of drivers are working their way up to the top, trying to apex that turn, trying to get a smooth run through that section right there. And I don't know, it's pretty rutted up there, Zach.
Yeah, it's definitely rutted up on the inside there on the left by the light pole. As you've seen, I believe that was the 99 car getting a little crossed up. RJ Lego. Looks like we might have a caution coming out on the track here somewhere. Caution, mandatory caution, competition caution. So that is something that we didn't have in the heat races. We can talk a little bit about that. The competition caution, that is going to come out halfway through each race. So in our B mains, these are 10-lap races. We will see that competition caution come out on lap 5. In the mains, where they are 15 laps, we should see that competition caution come out around lap 7 or so.
Yeah, the halfway point, that yellow and red flag, once that debuts out front, you just re-rack, restack this whole field. And we did this back a long time ago now. I believe Jim Baldwin was a big hitter in this. He put that mandatory competition caution flag together because guys were just running away and hiding the first half of the race, and it really just wasn't fair. I mean, yeah, you can win all day long and go sail by yourself, but the crowd, us, me and you ourselves, Zach, we want to see a battle to the end.
Absolutely. As fans, we want to see a race to the end. You know, the competition caution, it does exactly what it's supposed to do. It restacks and repacks everybody together,
yes,
and gives everybody a fair shot for the second half of the race, where, you know, the first half of the race, things happen, people drive over their heads once in a while, mistakes happen. This gives them a little bit of a reset.
Yeah, I mean, if a guy, you didn't get that great of a start, you try to work your way up. I always tried to get up to the top 3, top 4 before the mandatory so you have a shot at the win. And sometimes you take too long and you kind of bite yourself and you try to pick lap after lap, try to be as best you can, but sometimes there's carnage. And that's what this mandatory competition caution does for the better. For those people that start in the back, they have another shot, like we said, and it's going to be some kind of showdown we get into those pro mod races.
Oh, absolutely. Especially when we get to the A mains where you're seeing 15 car fields out here on the track. That'll really get exciting. And we are going green this time by
LeTourneau, Van Sprecken, Jorgenson, Lego, Hanson,
getting a good
five.
Yeah, Jorgenson getting a good jump. He's going to move to the 2 spot now over Van Sprecken.
Oh, he goes wide, 66. That's LeTourneau opening the door.
LeTourneau opening the door, coming into the infield. Gonna let Jake Jorgenson close that door just a little bit. Jorgenson going to the inside of the split lanes.
Yeah, this will be interesting, Zach. I don't know. Can he make it work on the bottom?
I think he's going to. Mike LeTourneau on the outside, and we got us a drag race onto the front stretch.
So now, Zach, you put Mike down in that second place spot. Now he has to go back and do his homework. He was out in clean air. No tear-offs were needed. Now he really needs to put his head down again and try to reel in our race leader.
The nice thing, it's early in this second half here. He can kind of figure out where he was losing time, and he can try to set his sights on getting around Jake Jorgenson here for the lead.
Yeah, Jorgenson did what he needed to do. Now we go down in that infield section. The standing water is very, very heavy down in the infield.
We're gonna count this one though, right?
Here comes Jorgenson once again. Remember, Mike LeTourneau in second. They're down the front straightaway, and the yellow flag comes out.
We've got one up in the hay bales. You can see it on your screen there. That would be 3 and 4 of the oval. You might be able to see it on your screen, the far right side. Can't quite get a number off of that machine to tell you who it is.
No, but the red flag is now on display. You see in the middle side of your screen.
But I'm going to have to guess that would be the 93 machine if I was a betting man.
Austin Magee.
Austin Magee is the only car I don't see out there on the track right now.
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to catch it on our camera what had happened. Maybe we got an instant replay.
He actually went straight. We do have a little scoring update for everybody watching at home. Jason Borrero shows number 8 on your scoring screen. He has actually scored 6th on live scoring. Having a couple transponder issues, nothing we can't work out and hand score.
Well, while we're waiting for the track crew to get things cleaned up and get back underway of racing, remember, for all you fans that are just coming out for this weekend, next winter on January 8th through the 10th, the Vintage World Championship Snowmobile races will be going on, as well as the World Championship Snowmobile Derby on January 14th through the 17th. So bundle up. Get yourself back out here next winter and check it out. A beautiful facility here in Eagle River, Wisconsin.
All right, looks like we should be going green right here as they come back past the crowd on the front stretch. We are going to be going green, white, checkered, Brent. So this will be a nice, exciting finish here in this one.
Yeah, definitely green, white, checkered, so there's no more time. You have to be in that top three to advance to the A main.
Absolutely, top three, Jake Jorgenson, Mike LeTourneau, and RJ Lego currently. Oh, and RJ Lego going to put it up on the bike. Them ruts are aggressive over there coming on into the infield.
Yeah, there's a lot of give and take coming into that infield. We'll see if Jorgenson can take that number one spot as they plow through that water in the infield. One more turn to go.
White flag coming out this time by. White flag right here for your leader, Jake Jorgenson.
Yeah, Jorgenson, he's doing a good job up front, just tiptoeing his way through. Remember, the white flag's out as you see the flag man displaying it. Coming through that infield, like you were saying, Zach, look at how rough it is through that infield.
Everybody kind of going a little bit wider that lap by, top four at least. Going a little bit wider, trying to put the left front tire now in that big deep rut instead of the right front.
One turn to go on the final straightaway. Jake is going to take the win.
Mike LeTourneau going to come across the stripe in second.
Then it's Lego, Van Sprecken, Tim Christensen in the top five. But remember, Zach, we have the top three that are only going to advance. So everyone from fourth on back, well, they're going to have to hit the trailer.
Thanks for coming this weekend. We hope to see everybody in Lena June 5th and 6th.
So that is our first B main of the afternoon. Remember, we're going to have a couple more B mains, and then we're going to go into the A mains.
Yeah, absolutely. We got one more B main, the Pro Stock